Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to our channel, and today we're doing a diagram of the eye and the ear. Beginning with the eye, let's start with the cornea, the orange part. Light enters the eye through the cornea, and this protects the eye and bends light to focus. Then going to the pupil, the green part, light goes through the pupil, and this is a small adjustable opening, which is controlled by the iris, the blue part right here. This surrounds and controls the pupil's size, and it's a muscle that dilates this. The lens, the white part right here, is behind the pupil, and it focuses light and projects onto the retina. The retina is a very important part of the eye. This is this purple part right here, the thin inner surface of the eyeball. It's made of layers of cells that light passes through. And the fovea, this yellow part, is the point of central focus, a small depression in the center of the retina. The optic nerve is this red and blue cable intertwined with each other, and this has bundled axons of ganglion cells that hook to the retina to the brain, and this also has the blind spot in it, being the point which the optic nerve leaves the eye. You cannot see, but your brain fills it in because there's no receptor sites in this particular area. For a closer look at the optic nerve, we have the bipolar cells, which are specialized cells that connect and share information from the rods and cones to the ganglion cells that make up the optic nerve. And the ganglion cells, these yellow cells, are the receivers from the bipolar cells that transmit to the brain. Rods and cones are represented by the purple and green stripes. These are photoreceptor cells, and the green ones are the cones. Cones are photoreceptors in the retina for finding details and colors in daylight. And the rods are the black and white receptor cells, not in the fovea, located in the outer regions of the retina, and these are responsible for peripheral and twilight vision as well. When it comes to color vision, cones are responsible for that, and the trichromatic theory of color vision is that there are receptors for color for green, red, and blue color, but not any other colors, and that's how we see color vision. The opponent processing theory also explains after images when we look at things, and these are explained by the color pairs of different colors like blue and yellow, which support the trichromatic theory of color. This diagram shows an explanation of the optic chiasm, the point in the brain where the optic nerve fibers from each eye cross over each other.
Begin with the ears. The ears begin with the pinna, which is the visible part of the outer ear. It collects sound and directs it into the outer ear canal. The ear canal, which is also called the auditory canal, transmits sound from the pinna to the eardrum. The eardrum, which is represented by this thin white membrane, vibrates when sound reaches it. The hammer, which is this tiny white bone, passes vibrations from the eardrum to the anvil. The anvil does the same, but it passes it up to the stirrup. Stirrup is the U-shaped blue bone that is the smallest bone in the body and passes vibrations to the cochlea. The cochlea is represented by the snail-shaped orange tube of the inner ear. It's filled with fluid that is covered in tiny hairs that move when vibrated, causing nerve impulses. Inside the cochlea is the basilar membrane, which is a thin strip of tissue sensitive to vibrations in the cochlea. It has hair cells connected to neurons. Hair cells vibrate from sound waves and can excite the attached neurons when fired, bending the hair cells. The auditory nerve, which can be seen by this red and blue cord, sends neural messages from the thalamus to the auditory cortex. The thalamus first processes the sensory info and then sends it to the auditory cortex, which is located in the temporal lobe. The Eustachian tube, which is represented by this purple tube, connects the middle ear to the back of the nose, equalizing pressure, which gives you the sensation of your ears popping. The orange loops and the green loop represent the semicircular canals. They are three loops of fluid-filled tubes that attach to the cochlea in the inner ear and help maintain balance.
Thank you for learning about the eye and ear with us, and make sure you like, subscribe, and comment.